Okay, hi everyone. I missed yesterday, so my perfectionism is not going to beat me up today for doing that. But I just wanted to get an opportunity to get over and just say hey, hope things are going well. Sometimes as well as they can be, sometimes they're great, you know. So once again, I'm back over at here, this makes no sense to me. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to flip this and I don't know how to do it. Here it is. Okay, so back again to the lake, beautiful morning. This is actually my walk I was talking about the last time I was on here. And, there's one of my favorite birds. Doing some praying in the sun. He was mad at me. I intervened. Anyway, so this past week has been like really eye-opening for me on finding out and learning about who I am and how I represent myself in the world and to myself and things like that. I mean, to be honest with you, I have started looking into something called human design, and it's really interesting for me to dig. I mean, when I find something that resonates with me, I just go in full hog. That's the right word. And I've learned a lot about myself over the past week. And so anyway, one of the things that I've discovered is that, you know, while everybody else is out there, there's like 4 different types of designs in the human design system, and I am a projector. And for me, I can't just what I can do is I can just come out and talk to you guys and like be with you and support you and all kinds of things like that. And I like doing that, and it's always been something where I can literally have always been able to connect with people and feel what's in their heart, and at the same time have never been able to force healing on anybody. It has to be something where I just come out and, you know, share my stories and things like that and connect. And, you know, I mean, this is all these things I'm learning about myself because I've been taking all these courses on how to start my business and run my business, and in this reflector mode, I can't do that. So I guess it's just all about reflecting and, you know, being in a position where I can just kind of guide people, you know, and that's all that is. And I appreciate that because I've known that about myself my entire life, but it kind of validated what I was experiencing, you know, along with the fact that reflectors, so they have 2 energy types. There's like, there's people who have all kinds of energy, which is like a generator type. These are people that produce business, and, you know, I can barely talk about mine. And then for me, I'm a non-energy type. So my entire life, maybe this is what I can talk about. My entire life, I've always had to stop and rest and take time to myself by myself and just kind of regenerate because my energy levels are kind of like a roller coaster, and it's not something that I can control because that's how my body is made up. And for those of us who literally, not everybody has to take naps, but I do. So if I am exhausted after, you know, an hour or 2 of working on Zoom or working on something else, I will lay down, and that's okay. And for many years, I was kind of picked on for doing that, and it made me feel bad about myself, like there was something wrong with me. And I was like, when I read this, I was like, oh, ha. So there's nothing wrong with me. That's just how I'm built, you know. So I just want to let you know that no matter what test you take to figure out who you are, what you are, pick one. I mean, that helps. You know, you could use astrology, you can use Enneagrams, I think is what it's called. You can use a Myers-Briggs, you can do a disc, you know, whatever you pick. But if you're on a journey and you really want to understand who you are, then I think that the best thing to do is to start somewhere where people have already made discoveries on human design. You know, I mean, basically that's how we're made up. And I think it would be hugely beneficial, as I'm starting to see, to understand where we're coming from, because a lot, so generators are 70% of the population or something in there, 60 to 70%. So most people work off of that, and they understand generator themselves they don't understand the name as a generator, but they do understand that, you know, they're not tired, they get things done, they've got all these things going on, blah, 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 blah. But projectors don't work that way. So I hope I said that. I think I said it wrong at one point, but that's okay anyway. So projectors don't work that way. And in essence, there comes a point where, as projectors, if we don't understand that about ourselves, then we're going to try and be like everybody else, and we can't. It just doesn't fit. It's like trying to put a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't work. So anyway, so I just wanted to share with you that this week has been all about discovering, in order to validate the fact that everything that I was bullied about, picked on, whatever, throughout my entire life was just who I am. And that's okay. And now I'm very happy to know and understand that. And it helps me, you know, we're in a group about grief and anxiety, but when people pick on us for who we are, when they don't understand that produces a lot of anxiety. And, you know, especially like from my situation and having gone through all of the alienation stuff, it's like I was always bullied for something that other people didn't understand. And it really knocked me down to a very low self-esteem level. And I know not everybody in here is in the alienation realm, but that's what I'm trying to do, is capture as many people as I can, not capture, but make a space, create a space for as many people as I can, because everybody goes through grief and anxiety. So being here is a way of watching and seeing what I am going through or been through, or, you know, whatever, and seeing that you're not alone, no matter what situation you're going through, and you can do this, and you can take that grief and whatever comes from that, and just carry it with you. And as you heal, you can walk through life better. So thank you for being here, and I appreciate all of you, and have a wonderful day.